They believe you are done if you get married. Additionally, people believe you are lacking a lady. Love yourself first if you are capable of loving. Do you despise people? I do not despise them. Simply said, I feel better without them. One of the worst things that has ever happened to humanity is the 9 to 5. You sacrifice your life for a cause that does not appeal to you. Laziness is a detriment to your goal. Death will shudder to take us because we are here to laugh at the odds and live our lives to the fullest. Perhaps genius is the capacity to convey a profound idea in an understandable manner. Too much money or too little money are the only two problems we only want for a bit less suffering, not even bliss. For those who can cope with the psychological burden, love is fine. It is like attempting to navigate a raging river of urine while carrying a large garbage can on your back. Most people are geniuses at birth and idiots at death. Humans are peculiar. They get upset over little things all the time. However, they barely seem to care when it comes to a serious issue, like utterly wasting their lives. Of course, even if you do not know someone well, you can still love them. Being alone is not always the only way to experience true loneliness. You can always rely on one woman to protect you from another, and that woman prepares to destroy as she protects you. Reaching over to see the toilet paper container empty after finishing a good poo is the worst thing ever. He deserves to wipe his ass, even if he is the most awful person on the planet. Compared to good taste, bad taste produces a lot more millionaires. I'm not going to make it, you think sometimes when you get out of bed in the morning. However, you chuckle to yourself as you recall all the times you experienced that emotion. Yes, people sit in water-filled bathtubs while running from the rain. I suppose that most people only consider injustice when it affects them. Angels and dogs are not that different. You can never fully recover from the deadly illness that is love. Discover your passion and allow it to consume you. The most important thing is how well you survive the fire. The sluggish motion of a clock hand is a metaphor for the loneliness that permeates this planet. Go all the way if you are going to try. If not, do not even begin. It has always been more enjoyable for me to visit women than for them to visit me. It is always possible to escape them. Frequently, the shortest distance between two locations is intolerable. We have to illuminate the darkness with our own light. Nothing in life is guaranteed to you. With you, no contract was signed. I felt better the less I needed. Being alone is not the worst thing in the world. However, it frequently takes decades to recognize this, and by the time you do, it is usually too late. Furthermore, nothing is worse than being too late. Talent rarely benefits from ambition, much less from hard work. The talent that you gain from overcoming despair. Luck is another factor. She is usually followed by talent. You still have a soul to lose if you are aware that you are losing it. Democracies vary from dictatorships in that in a democracy, people vote first and then follow orders. Voting is a pointless waste of time in a dictatorship. Some people never lose their minds. What dreadful lives they must have. Humans adapt to novel situations and findings. We are flexible. If one cannot integrate something else within our brains, we are forced to. Sometimes you feel like the eyeballs in your head are staring back at you. When a creature does not lie and bleeds once a month, how can you trust it? Of course, even if you do not know someone well, you can still love them. One man at a time, you start saving the planet. Everything else is politics or pompous romanticism. There are pleasant moments, some are more pleasant. And you, some even merit a piece of writing. We are similar to roses that should have bloomed but never bothered, and the sun seems to have grown tired of waiting. Before you may truly live, you must die a few times. You are the only one who can save yourself. You are also valuable. In the face of death, contraries arise. It is a difficult conflict to win. However, if there is anything worth winning, This is it. You may choose how kind you want life to be. Although they are uncommon, you can spot a free soul when you encounter one. Basically, since being around or with them makes you feel good, really nice. Only when there is nothing else to do is sex a wonderful thing. A person is not always a fool just because you were able to trick him. It indicates that you were given more trust than you merited. Beauty is meaningless. The third search felt more like executing her than solving the case. The first search was about providing a curious letter to his mother. The second was about hunting down Carl's and killing him. Beauty fades. You are unaware of how fortunate you are to be unattractive, because you know it is for something else, if people like you. End of my journal entry, November 1st, 1007. People lament that they have not accomplished anything in their life far too frequently. They then bide their time till someone informs them that this is untrue. Great art is nonsense. Purchase tacos. In order to avoid having to look at others, I frequently bring items to read. The woman who greets you with a smile is probably just trying to boost her self-esteem. The majority of the major questions are addressed for individuals who believe in God. However, the big answers are not set in stone for those of us who find it difficult to embrace the God formula. What you do appeals to some folks. What you do is hated by some. However, the majority of people just do not care. Never describe yourself in 3 words. How many people you have slept with, your plans, and your income. A man can put up with a lot and always be in need of other women's spouses as long as he has wine and cigarettes. And why is it that tamed horses are always preferred over wild ones by horse thieves? Prejudice is a part of love. What you need, you love. You adore the things that bring you joy. You adore convenience. Emotions play a role in drinking. It shakes you out of the routine of daily existence. In the event that everything remains unchanged,